Pinnacle Sports is rated A+ by SBR. Click on their logo to find out why.
Hi, I'm Natalie Rydstrom and welcome to World Sports Weekly. Now we move on to the winning group. We have 8 groups, but which group will the winning team come from? We have 8 to pick from, so this could be a tough task. Luckily, we're joined now by Alex Peace, sports writer and tipster from that'sagoal.com, to run through the odds and help us make our decision here. Alex, thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much for having me.
Now, Group A, B, F and G are pretty close in terms of odds, and then we have a drop at Group D, followed by H, E and underdogs C, priced at 21. Now, for those considering this market, would you advise that we only stick to the top 4 groups here?
It's very obvious why those top 4 are as they are. They have the favourites of the competition in them. So probably, I think beyond them, you're getting a little bit sort of... I think there is outside betting. Like if you're looking at apart from the top 4, you've got to go for D. I think D maybe is a good chance. There's a bit of a chance in there. But yeah, those top 4 look really strong. And the groups with Brazil, Argentina, Spain, and Germany in. Those are the 4 favourites for the tournament. And there's a couple of other decent sides in there that could help you a little bit. But yeah, you're looking at those 4 groups really.
Yeah. Is this market just a matter of deciding on the team who you think will win and then picking the group that they're in?
I think there's an element of that, but I think at the same time, I think you look at Group B, you have Spain, and then you have Holland, who aren't a bad side by any stretch of the imagination, and Chile as well, playing in South America, like Alexis Sanchez. You know, it's probably not going to happen, but maybe Group B is strong. You've got a great side in Spain, and then 2 good sides backing the bet up.
Okay, I like that idea there. Now, none of the top 4 favourite teams to win are in the same group, which in order is Brazil, Argentina, Germany and Spain. Is that reflected in the odds, do you think?
Yeah, I think it is. I think you look at some of the other groups, there's 2 or 3 good teams in there that could all be fighting to get out of the group. And maybe, you know, like Russia and Belgium might cancel each other out, and so they might not, the odds might go down there a bit. So yeah, I think all 4 of those teams shouldn't have a problem getting out of their group. It'd be a surprise if any of them failed to win their group.
Yeah, well, we have Group B with Spain, Group F with Argentina, Group G with Germany. Each of those groups you can find odds of 5.5. Who do you see winning or progressing the furthest from those 3?
Out of those 3 teams, maybe the Germans. I think they have a really good all-round squad, and I really fancy them to go all the way. I think 4 years ago they were a bit young. And now those players have 4 more years experience. They've got great players like Philipp Lahm, Schweinsteiger, Muller, Toni Kroos, people like that who can really go and cause teams problems. They're so well organised as well. Do you really fancy Germany?
Now, Group A here, they are the favourites. That's priced at 4. They've obviously got the team Brazil, which is favourites to win the whole competition. Is that reason alone to pick that bet? And what do you think of the odds? Do they hold value?
I think it's a really, really interesting World Cup, this one. I think it's so open. So maybe 4-1 isn't quite worth the bet when you know it's going to be so competitive. They always are. So maybe 4-1's a little bit short. You know, there's so much pressure on Brazil. The nation expects so much. They are expected to win. The fans don't hope they'll win. Their fans expect them to win this. So that pressure can play a massive factor in it. So maybe that one's a little bit worth avoiding just because of that pressure.
Now, we said we'd only focus here on the top 4 groups. Is there any chance of a long shot bet?
I think if you're looking at one, you're getting about 9-1 for Group D, and I think you've got Italy, Uruguay, and then England as well. So I think you've got 3 sides there who are good teams. You know, Uruguay playing in South America, you can never write Italy off. They're so well organised and they've got some good defenders especially. And Balotelli's a bit of a wild card up front, so never write Italy off. So 9-1 on Group D might not be the worst bet in the world.
Okay, and now finally here, Alex, to our viewers, how would you advise that we play this market?
Maybe for this market, I think you look at, if you really fancy Argentina to win, for example, you pick their group, and then maybe go for a bit of a long shot as well. You've got a couple of chances there, and you can get some good odds on this market, and you know, plenty of chances and plenty of teams to support them.
Okay, wonderful. Alex Peace from that'sagoal.com. You can find the link in the description below. They provide free football betting tips and the latest bookmaker offers for all major football leagues, including the World Cup. Do be sure to check it out. Alex, thanks for joining us.
Thanks very much for having me.